This is LTV.
Inside Leominster is brought to you in part through the generous support of N.P. Crowley Company Incorporated and by Landmark Self-Storage in Leominster, landmarkselfstorage.com, and by DeCarolis Insurance Agency Incorporated, DeCarolisinsuranceagency.com, and by Enterprise Bank. Enterprise Bank, create success, enterprisebanking.com.
Hello and welcome to Inside Leominster, a live edition of Leominster, Inside Leominster. Today, we're a little bit early doing our live segment, like our third Thursday in a row at 3 o'clock. And that just seems to be the way things have shaped up. But anyway, a beautiful Thursday here today in Leominster. The temperatures are hovering around 50 degrees. And boy, that pink flamingo, could he be right? I don't know. We'll find out, but wasn't but just a week, and we are having temperatures a little bit above normal. Today, definitely above normal, and sun is strong, and we've got things melting. A little cooler weather towards the end of the week, but then warming up next week. The phone number here at Inside Leominster, have any questions at all, not to worry, 534-1626. We'll get you an answer. If we don't have the answer, we'll get you one, all right? And I want to thank the crew here at Inside Leominster for coming in faithfully every Thursday. I also want to thank our sponsors, Enterprise Bank, DeCarolis Insurance, N.P. Crowley Construction, and Landmark Storage. I want to thank them for sponsoring our show. If you bump into them, tell them that you've seen their ad here on Inside Leominster. I want to go right to the phones because, well, as you travel past the golf course, you can start to see some grass. Is that what they call them? Or greens? Anyway, let's go right to the phones where Mr. Art from the Art Report will be.
How are you?
Good. Thanks for
Hey,
joining.
how about this one? I've been cleaning the closets out, and that's a two-day job just to get the door open, but that's another story. We found an old, we don't know if we got it for a birthday or Christmas, but one of those Remember When books. And it highlights 1966. Favorite TV show. Want to guess?
Gilligan's Island?
The Jackie Gleason Show.
Oh!
Green Acres.
Green Acres,
And
yeah.
Luke Connery's stand-in show, Gomer Pyle.
Hey, those three good shows.
Yes.
Three good shows.
And now, I hate to send everybody to bed tonight thinking this, but a new house only costs $14,000.
Wow. But what's like? I wonder what the number one show is now. Like, is there a number one?
I don't even watch it. I have no idea. I didn't know that. With all the places you can go now to look up stuff, that's what we do. You know, we watch movies and stuff like that. But a new car was $2,600.
Well, that's the problem with Saturday Night Live is people have lost contact with. You know, they would put somebody on there other than the president or somebody, and people would know who they are. And there's so few people watching TV now that when they put somebody on there, no one knows who they are.
Well, it used to be 4, 5, and 7, but that's gone now. You know, somewhat.
Yeah.
You know, Connery must have got his remark in early today.
He said, "Are there any Art Bartlett photos available?" That's what he said. Huh?
He's a sick human. He is. I saw him. Here's a classic, and I know you'll be able to visualize this. I'm parked at Market Basket, waiting for the wife shopping, and Luke does the shopping, which it shows, but that's another story for another time, for another day.
Are you suggesting he goes outside the produce aisle?
Well, he pulls up in his red Mustang, stops, and gives me a look. And he stays there for 2-3 minutes, just looking. Then he parks the car. Then he comes walking up. That's another 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah.
I get out of the car, and then he just looks at me. he finally starts talking. It's like a robotic situation.
It was
I
a
think he
build-up.
gets nervous when he gets near food.
No, it was a build-up. This was the build-up
Yeah.
to his arrival.
Here's another good one for you. Gasoline was 32 cents a gallon.
Wow.
It's just, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what to tell these guys here. They don't remember this. Some of these guys that work here don't remember that. I remember it was a big deal at Merritt gas station on Main Street. Gas went from 25 to 27 cents. Imagine that. 25.
Yeah, well, I remember.
It was a big deal.
Yeah, when the Spatafor had a mobile station on the Pittsburgh-Leominster line, and Deco Pagnata took it over.
Yeah.
And I pumped gas for Deco, and I remember it was in the 20s, low 20s. And we did the windshield and checked the oil, and went right through it. Got a lot of tips that way.
Yeah, I bet.
Surprising. But
Oh, by the way, it is appropriate that if somebody pumps your gas to leave them a tip. It's okay.
I tip just about everything. I really do.
You're a good man.
Well, there's some things. I don't tip the doctors.
No.
I leave them a tip when I do the copay, but that's another. The situation in medical nowadays is going through the roof. I don't want to quote what the figures were, but we got a phone call from a doctor saying, we're going to do your visit over the phone.
Yeah.
And the visit was done over the phone, and the insurance paid the bill, and it was like $400 and something.
Wow.
5-minute phone call.
Wow.
Hello?
Luke would have done it for $20.
Then again, we went to Wright's Chicken Farm last Sunday. Have you ever heard of that?
Yeah.
Wright's Chicken Farm in Rhode Island.
Yeah.
Quite the place.
Yeah.
They got a picture of Connery on the wall with a line through his face down there.
Yeah, chicken. He said he's got a tip for you. Take a nap. Oh, he's too much. I can picture the whole thing. He pulls up, looks at you, drives up.
It's
just stares at you.
Unbelievable. I
Doesn't
can't
say
tell you
anything.
some of the remarks that come out of him.
That was the build-up.
Yes, what he's doing is he's setting the tone.
Right.
Setting the tone.
You know it's coming. You just don't know when.
No. Having said that, enjoy the weather.
Yes.
The thaw is in the air.
Yes, love is in the air.
8 weeks, maybe we'll be on the putting greens.
There you go. Let it dry out.
Can't wait.
All right.
I got a little beef. We did our taxes.
Oh.
We were going to the same guy for day one. Nice guy, across the street from City Hall. And we always ask him, how long before we can inspect the check? He says, well, there's a delay this year. And he held up the form that come out of the computer, and he said, because the state is holding everything up because this form hasn't been approved yet.
Oh.
I mean, hello? Come on. Don't hold it up.
You go to Joe Fraticelli?
We're getting a nice return, though.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
I don't know what those look like. I've heard about them.
Yeah.
All I know is when I go, he says, bring your checkbook.
Yeah, well, I hear you. But so you're a very successful young man. We're retired. We got Connery now. He's him and his dog and the bride, and they sit outside at band concerts, and she takes care of his drool.
Wow, that's not bad.
So yeah, he goes through a couple bath towels on the golf course drooling.
Well, at least he can still get out there. That's the important thing.
Yeah, and he follows golf carts around. When they go up the hills, he chases the change that falls out of their pockets.
Wow.
That's where he gets all his money.
Well, I tell you, he's got a nice car. I'll tell you that.
Yes, he does.
That Mustang is sweet.
Think blue.
I look when he goes by. I'm looking for a speck of dirt, and I can't find any.
There you go.
All right. That's
Take
it
care.
for the Art Report. Thank you very much. Inside Leominster is the name of the show. My name is Dean Mazzarella. Mayor for the City of Leominster. Our phone number, 978-534-1620. 26. Love is in the air, just a few days. So is Valentine's Day, is it on Monday? 14th?
Yep. It's the Monday after the Super Bowl.
Monday. So you could actually, if you can't get out on Monday, the neat part is you can get out either Friday or Saturday or Sunday or Monday, right? So
Exactly.
Good for the restaurants, because typically if it's that one day and everybody's like, got to go out in that one day, but you don't need to. So, yeah, it's a good thing. The weather should be good, and people should be able to get out. And instead of everybody crashing in on one day, they've got some options, as they say. All right, we're going to take a little break, and then we're coming back. Our guest, Tracy Perkins. Miss Tracy Perkins, awesome guest. You're going to love her. She's the club advisor for the Leominster High School Black Heritage Club and an algebra teacher. So don't try to call and trick her on any algebra. Did you take algebra, Ron? No, me either. No, I'm good at math, but in fact, very good at math. But when it reached that level, I was like, yeah, okay, I've met my match. Speaking of matches, we'll take a break and we'll be right back. What's this?
Okay, ready? Here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 1, only. 2, come in. 2.
Nice job, huh? The practice lab is what that is. They get a chance to pick up a instrument, and some kids try different ones, but they learn to read music, they learn to play, and they get better. They excel all the time. Every time you see them, they get better and better. Anyway, we're here at Inside Leominster. Again, thank you to our sponsors. Our call-in number, if you'd like to call, 978-534-1626. If you don't catch this, either live right now, either streaming or here, you can catch us later at 6:30 to 7:30 tonight, or during the course of the week. We show it a bunch of times. Anyway, Tracy Perkins is our guest. She's the club advisor for Leominster High School Black Heritage Club and Algebra 1 teacher. Were you always good at math?
No,
Are you serious?
I'm serious.
Well,
I grew up when we had, before cable TV.
Mm-hmm.
So the only time I could watch the $6 Million Man was on the night that it came on.
right.
But I had to do my homework first. And I was always the last one sitting at the dining room table trying to figure out my algebra. With tears, I would cry because I wanted to watch $6 Million Man.
So this is a requirement by your parents?
It
What did your
was.
parents do for work?
I grew up in foster homes.
You did?
They were retired military.
Oh, I
Yep.
knew that was coming.
Yes, they were retired.
But you know what? It teaches you not to procrastinate, because if you wait and wait and wait, and then it's Sunday night and you're doing your homework,
Absolutely.
and it's like painful, and you agonized over it for probably a week.
Absolutely.
So you had to get your homework done.
I had to get it done.
And you weren't good at algebra.
I was not.
What
I
happened?
struggled with it. I wrestled with it. You get to know your opponent when you fight them.
So all of a sudden one day it clicked.
It did. And boy, did it click.
And you're like, I get this.
Yes. And I love it.
Was that right before $6 Million Man?
Well, I think when I turned 30, I bought the whole kit when Time Warner released.
So you went back in time.
I bought the whole.
Really? That was like one of your favorite shows?
Oh yes, to this day.
Really?
Oh yes.
I think I watched it, but I don't
Oh
remember it.
yes.
So-
$6 Million Man, The Bionic Woman.
I remember kids running home after school to watch Dark Shadows.
Yes.
And I'm like, where you going? I'm like, home to watch. I'm like, it's beautiful. Can we play baseball? They're
Yes,
like,
we did.
No, we're
Yes,
gonna
we
play
did.
Dark Shadows.
Dark Shadows.
And that was weird because they put it on like 3 or 4 in the afternoon.
Absolutely. And this was before cable. So we had to watch it when it was on.
Right. There was only one Charlie Brown.
Absolutely. And
It
it
was
taught us
on.
discipline
Yeah.
back then. Yeah.
So you finally, you clicked
it did.
algebra, and then
Algebra.
what? Did you go to school to
I did. I did.
Later?
Actually, I went to school later, yes, because I had my children. And I went, as I worked in Fitchburg High, I was going to night school.
Oh.
And I had to resign so I could do my student teaching. I did my student teaching here in Leominster for elementary.
Oh.
But life happened, and life does happen. Had to take a detour. I ended up at the high school, and that's when I said, here it is.
That was your place.
That was my
There
place.
there was a purpose for you being there.
Absolutely. And I've been up there almost, I want to say 9, 10 years now.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you took on this project here.
I did.
Right.
I did. The change of guards, when I got there, the former mayor, well, she's still around, Brenda Meredith. She just told me, she said, Tracy, I'm so glad you're here. Now you can take over. She said, because I wanted to co-advise with her,
Yeah.
but she had other plans.
Right.
So the timing was right.
She had already done it, and
She
it
did.
was time to shift gears, and you
Yes.
came along, and it's like perfect
And-
timing, right?
Young, fresh meat, that's what it was. So, and we're about to celebrate our 10th annual Black Heritage Club Gala.
Wow. That's coming up in March?
March
You'll
9th.
do it in March.
Yes.
And so, how does this go? I mean, who signs up? How do they sign up?
Oh,
they know you now. I mean, obviously, everybody knows you, so you're the go-to person. So you
Yes.
just swing by your class and say,
Oh, they
hey,
do. They
sign
do.
me up and put me on the email list.
We make announcements.
Yep.
Every announcement. I believe once you know we're meeting on Tuesdays, I don't like to be redundant.
Yeah.
Because I forget sometimes to
Right.
run down and make the announcement. And I let them know the only time you'll hear an announcement is if we're canceling.
Right.
But we're meeting every Tuesday right after school in my room. All members are always welcome. And I'd like to say we are a multicultural
Right.
club.
And that's what I
we're
was
not
getting
just
to.
black.
Right.
No, we are multicultural. We've been like that for a long time. My first year, my students didn't understand it at first, but I let them know we're multicultural because of the activities that we do. Members have friends. Come on, we're making beads.
It's like church.
We're making, we're making jewelry, or we're doing this today. We're doing that. So we welcome everyone, and we are multicultural.
And it works out good.
It
People are
does.
interested. Like I'm
It does.
fascinated by people's culture and their beliefs.
Absolutely.
And their food.
Yes.
Most
Oh,
especially.
yes.
That's the part that brings us together,
It
right?
is. Yes, feed them, we'll come.
978-534-1626 if you have any questions at all. We're talking about a Black Heritage Club that's been in existence for some time at Leominster High School. And Tracy Perkins is the algebra teacher there, but she took on this club. And so what's is there a mission? Do you have a goal? When the student says, yeah, I'm interested, what do you tell them?
We do, there's a lot of things. But my main goal is to create opportunities for leadership skills to be developed. The gala is one of our largest fundraisers, but it takes a crew to run it.
Right.
We have different team captains. It gives them an opportunity to lead whatever team they're leading. Fashion show, food, decoration. Now, you find the people that you want to work with you, that you can work with. All I do is give them the money. How much money do you need?
Right.
but it gives them opportunities. I try to create opportunities for them to exercise leadership. And that's important because you can't, it's one thing to read about leadership, it's another thing to do it. And not only leading, but learning how to get along when you're not getting along and still keep the ball rolling.
Right.
That's a skill. And I'm
No matter how
advise that.
frustrated you get.
Absolutely.
It's like, can we get going here? You know,
Absolutely.
we've been telling jokes for the last half hour. Gotta get moving here.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, bring your minds in. My class, they know now. Bring your minds in. But creating these opportunities, I think, is so valuable for these kids. It looks good on their college apps.
Sure. And a good life skill.
Absolutely, absolutely. And the skill of learning how to get along with someone who's rubbing you wrong, that's a leadership skill.
Yeah, we got to get this
and
thing
they
done.
need to learn. They can learn now.
I need you to help us get this mission.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So I need you.
Yes.
What can I do
There you go.
to get you to focus with me?
Absolutely.
And get the job done.
And be serious about it without ring.
Yeah.
I've had one year, I had one of my leaders, she was my secretary. Won't mention her name, she's in college now. But we were on a field trip with the club, and there were ring. And I pulled her aside quietly. I said, honey, you're a leader in the club. I said, this behavior is not acceptable. And I said, I'll talk to you about it later when we get back to school tomorrow. I needed that time to think and figure out what I'm going to do to bring the message. And what I ended up doing, I silenced her for 2 meetings. I said, the next 2 meetings, you're silenced. You have no input. You're not to be heard. She showed up to the meetings. We discussed what we had to. I'd look at her every now and then. She would. But she got the message. The message was, you are a leader. You should not be fighting.
Right. The expectations are higher.
They are, and you have to learn. That's a skill. I know it hurt. It hurt her because she couldn't voice her opinions at the meetings.
She had a lot of skills of being a leader, but then she
Absolutely.
lacked some as well.
Absolutely.
And that's important. And, you know, I don't think we teach enough or train enough to focus. I don't think, and I watched Tom Brady, and he became legendary for waiting a couple seconds. And when he was expelled or suspended for 4 games, and came back, and the press said, and when he came back, of course, it was a home game. The stadium went crazy. They were so happy he was back. And he walked in. He's one person, a human being. All these people screaming and all the hype leading up to it. And after the end of the game, they said, so, you know, how did you feel? It must have been very emotional for you to come back and fans going crazy and the planes with banners on the top. And he said, honestly, he goes, I only have so much energy and I had to focus. So I had to tune it all out.
That's it.
And focus on the game, the plays, and all I did all week is just review in my mind. And he developed this keen and incredible ability.
Absolutely.
And I watched it and I said, you know what? That's an incredible technique.
It is.
And it's a skill.
It absolutely.
That we don't teach.
That's it. That's it.
That could be all this stuff going on, like a fire
Absolutely.
chief. And there's a fire, you know, something's going on, and you've got to be the commander, right? You're in charge. You're going to be able to tune things out, but yet be in tune, but tune out the other stuff.
Yes.
And focus in on people's lives are dependent upon. It could be people inside, could be firefighters. All these things are going on. You've got to be able to just zoom in.
Focus. That's it.
So
and
that's a
that's
skill.
what we do. It is a skill, and that's my vision: is to create the opportunities to exercise that skill, to train and help train them. So when I supervise, when I advise, that's what I'm doing. I'm watching and helping them to respond to situations responsibly.
Lee Iacocca used to say, lead, follow, or get out of the way. But today, it's more of a challenge to get somebody who might be in the way and get them to toe the line with you.
Yes.
That's leadership, right?
It is. And you know, that's what we're educators. You know, not only do I teach the math, but as an advisor, that's one little piece that I can contribute. And I tell my students, I only have you for 4 years. I want you ready. I want you to know how to follow Robert's rules of order when you sit in a meeting.
Right.
We do that. We have an activity
That's
that we practice in our club. Because when I was an adult, well, I still am, but when I started
We're
attending
kind of
meetings,
not, but we are.
Yeah, I know. I'm still a kid at heart.
By
but
our date of birth,
a lot of things I
we're
want to do when I grow
adults.
up. Yeah.
But
Yeah, a lot of things I still want to do when I grow up. But I didn't know Robert's Rules of Order.
right.
I had to learn the hard way.
Right.
And I said, I don't want you to learn the
takes
hard way.
madness and put it into
yes.
some order so you can get something done.
Absolutely.
Right?
So we practice, we do activities like that in our club.
Do you think today it's very confusing? There's a lot of background noise.
Yeah.
And I think growing up today must be tough because, well, there's information, there's information that looks like it's coming from a source, but it's not. It's made up. You know, there's all these and it's hard to focus, and it's hard to know what to where to be, right?
Yes, yes.
Confusing for people. In 1966, the Spanish American Club Center, you know, organized themselves.
Yes.
So I was talking to Nettie the other day, and we were having a conversation. I said, Nettie, Latinos have made progress here.
Yes.
You significant, quantifiable, measurable progress.
Yes.
And so once, like most immigrant groups that, you know, people that immigrated here or moved here, maybe it was Devons, but primarily it was manufacturing of some sort. Paper, clothing, whatever. That's what most people did. You could work your way up.
Yeah.
And we were talking about how much progress has been made, and how, you know, the students go off to college, they get better jobs, they're bilingual, some are trilingual. How it's been difficult to get young Latino females to stay in this area to teach or to work in a medical practice because they can make more money in Worcester or Framingham or Boston or somewhere else. So from your standpoint, and when you talk about, you know, the heritage of it all, and you have Black Lives Matter, and you have people over here, and there's just it's like so confusing. They're all over the place. And yet, at the same time, we're trying to get students who probably going to have student debt, right? I mean, that's one thing I didn't have is student debt, but they're going to have substantial student debt if they decide to go to school. So they're going to come out. They're going to need a place to live. They're all going to have student debt. I mean, this is going to be big for them. Where do you think we've been? I mean, obviously, we made a lot of progress from. I can't even believe I grew up in the '60s. When you think about people, you know, having to go back to the bus and couldn't go in, it's unthinkable. It's like this can't be. This must have been just a bad dream, or it was a movie. But where do you? I know we always have a long way to go because you should never be happy, and you should be. Look at the past and I guess evaluate where you've been and celebrate that, and then always pushing forward.
And always pushing
So what do you think?
Well, I see our demographics changing. In this area, locally, we have more Africans from the motherland than we have Black Americans.
So you're saying Haiti,
Ghana, from the continent.
Right.
They are the majority of us.
That's true.
Can I say that?
100%, because
Yes,
they're 100%.
They are.
Because over time, even Latinos, they have, the melting pot. You're here, one generation comes in, 2 generations, they married an Irish guy or an Italian guy, or somebody from Lebanon. They're not even 100% anymore.
Yes. And I'm so proud of them. I tell my students, my club, I share with them, when my ancestors came, we didn't come on visas. We didn't have that privilege of going back and forth to the mother like you have now. So one of my goals for the club, not trying to keep bringing the club up,
I'm trying to transcend into that.
Is I try to encourage them to keep their heritage alive.
And celebrate it.
And celebrate it. What you do in the motherland, your art, they're very artistic people, crafty with their hands, jewelry. We make a lot of jewelry.
Clothing.
Yes, because my ancestors, we lost that. We lost it. But you have it. You have a visa, you can go back and forth. I'm not angry with you. I'm so happy for you. I'm happy, but I don't want you to lose. Don't come to America and forget about your heritage. You have a privilege of keeping that alive. My people, my father, my grandfather, my great, we didn't have that privilege. That's the difference. We're like the lost tribe in America.
So is that what you're trying to do, is to
Yes, to
have
keep
students embrace it and
Absolutely.
then and share it so
And
other
share it.
people
Absolutely.
know this is who we are and what we're all about, and we're
Absolutely.
proud. And
yes,
and
this is why the Black Heritage Gala is so important, because it gives us an opportunity, it gives the students an opportunity to articulate and to celebrate. Don't hide it under a bushel.
Right.
Be proud. We're unique. Our hair is unique. And you know, I'm just going to put this into
you do. That's what we want. We want to bring it full circle.
Please tell me. I don't want to hear. I love you.
We got some pictures up here. We'll
Fashion show.
Yeah.
This is our gala. We go to the auditorium for 1 hour and we participate. We have fashion shows. You see the different countries represented. We have guest speakers. Our students get to articulate themselves. And that's my goal. I want you to know how to articulate yourselves.
and tell a story.
That's it. Even with the dance needs to tell a story. Don't get up there wiggling and jiggling.
Yeah.
Make nobody happy. You tell the story. What story are you telling? What are you sharing? What are you singing about? It's their opportunity.
You know, I have a friend that's traveling in Italy right now, and I started to think to myself, even in different sections of Italy, right, or any country, there are different cultures, within the same country. Same as here.
Yes.
You get down to Kentucky, it's a different world. Sometimes, like,
Absolutely.
they don't understand me.
Absolutely.
And vice versa.
Yes.
We're in the same country.
Right, right.
And so you're trying to say to them, hey,
Yes.
listen, we're in America. This is a melting pot. It was designed that way.
That's right.
But at the same time, there's individualism with us.
Absolutely.
And maybe it's a religious belief or ethnic belief, but celebrate that.
Celebrate
Show people.
Show people.
Absolutely. This is our talent, and this is,
Absolutely.
you know, we're proud of this. And
Yes.
isn't it funny how a country that was designed to be a melting pot, people are like, why is it this way? How come this? And how come these people do this? And how come that? Because that's the way it was designed.
Yes, yes.
Right? It was designed that way.
It was, yes.
And more, less and less, you see blonde-haired kids with blue eyes.
Oh, right,
And and if people are doing their DNA testing and they're finding out, I'm not 100% Latino or 100% Italian.
Yes.
I'm not 100% this, because we're in a real melting pot.
That's right.
978-534-1626. And Tracy Perkins is a teacher. She teaches algebra at the Leominster High School, and one of her sidelines is the Leominster High School Black Heritage Club, and we're talking about kind of the overall mission, what you're trying to accomplish, trying to get into so they carry this out when they go to college or wherever it might be.
They really do. And every year they come back to our galas. Our graduates, our alumni, they come back.
Now, in Leominster, we have a pretty good-sized population of people from Ghana.
Yes, we
I forget
do.
the census number on it.
Yes.
But it's even bigger than that when you add in the churches.
That's right. That's
Because
right.
they come from Worcester or whatever to come to the
Yes.
Presbyterian church, or whatever it might be.
Yes, that's right. That's
Their clothing is outstanding, jewelry. And then to find out, in many cases, their aunt made it.
Yes.
Their mother made it.
Yes.
They
yes.
made it. What a story.
Absolutely. And this is what I want my students. Don't let go of that. Yes, the
Assimilate,
education,
but still be. But,
hold on to your
Right,
tradition.
right,
Hold on to it. It's because I try to let them know the outfits. That's why the fashion show is so important. I can't go to Target and find an outfit like that. I can't go to Macy's and find an outfit like that.
But some grandmas over there making this stuff in the living room.
Absolutely.
Right.
You know what
or it came in from that
country. Yes,
yeah.
the jewelry. Please capitalize on it. I grew up with home economics. We don't have home economics anymore.
Right.
So I
We don't have kitchens
We don't
anymore.
have
We have
kitchens anymore in school.
microwaves.
Yes, yes. So I try to encourage them. What I personally would love to see, I think I shared it with you a few years ago, I'd love to see our Ghanaian community, our African community, raise up a restaurant. Even if it's a storefront restaurant. I don't want to keep going all the way out to Worcester
Right.
for my fufu.
Right.
I want it right here.
Yeah,
There's enough of us here in Leominster. I hope you're hearing me.
Yeah. No,
Raise
there
up-
is.
Yes, talking about making Leominster great.
And the Haitians, we have a Leominster Haitian club. And of course,
Yes.
it's been, 2 years now because of but the first event, one of the first ones we organized was
Yes.
right downtown in the Common on a Sunday afternoon. And most of them go to church, so they're like, let's have it at 2 or 3 in the
Yes,
afternoon.
yes.
We must have had 250 people downtown, music and food, and again,
yes.
celebrating one's
Celebrating,
heritage.
yes,
Like
absolutely.
every one of us likes to do.
We do, yes.
You know?
Yes, indeed,
And when you say you start to lose it and if I bump into a kid that's Italian, I'll be like, hey, what part of Italy are you from or something?
Yes.
What's sad is sometimes when I see some of these young kids are like, I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm like,
Yes.
somebody stop teaching. Somebody stop
Yes.
sharing that.
Yeah.
Somebody stopped making the Italian cookies or they stopped cooking. Something kind of ended that. We need to, as much as we want to assimilate,
Yes.
right? Like every ethnic group wants to come into the country and
Sure.
feel like we're all part of the team.
Sure,
You still
yes.
got to hang on to that.
We
And that's
have
what you
to.
try to do with the
Exactly,
Black Heritage Club.
exactly. Yes. And because it's rooted and grounded in love. We love people. So when my other students come, they want to come. If they're white, they're Spanish, they're Asian, you come on. Come on, because we're one blood. It's red.
Soul.
That's it. That's it.
They don't make
blood.
different size
I bleed
souls.
the same as you.
Yeah.
But come, our talents, our community, we're community. We're human beings. I have other pictures that I could show many with showing the multicultures of us making jewelry. Beautiful. Asians have their flair.
Yep.
The Africans have their flair. Hispanics have their flair. Oh, we put it together. What a beautiful pot. Beautiful, beautiful. And they love it.
God
They
gave
love
us all
each
these
other.
resources.
He did.
From different
and
countries.
they love each
He
other.
gave us all different. I don't know what my talent is. I'm waiting to find out my gift
Let's
is.
bring
but-
it together.
Yeah.
Let's bring it together. And we're one. We're the human race. We are the human race. And don't
Isn't it
say,
hard to figure out why we have all these problems?
Yeah.
Because you put kids in a playground, it's set
And they
over
play
time,
together.
and they play together.
They
It's
play-
the parents. I blame it on the
Yes.
parents.
And I tell my students, don't tell me what I want to hear.
Yeah.
Please don't tell me, I love you and I don't see color. No. I need you to see my color. So when you get ready to produce makeup, I need to know that because you see my color, you've got a tone, a color for my tone.
Right.
I need you to see my color because my hair texture is different from yours. Please see my color.
Right.
I see roses are red, violets are blue. I see the colors and I appreciate. And when you match them, aren't they beautiful?
Right.
Oh, the bumblebee, the yellow and the black.
Reverend King never said, I want everybody to see. He said he wants people to be treated equal. and
Equal.
Opportunity and a chance
Yes.
to express
Yes,
themselves.
yes.
That's all. He never, it's like, we're in the United States.
That's it.
We're all different. This
We
is
are different.
one, no other country like it, where
That's
there's
right.
just, in fact, other countries try to emulate us
Yes,
in this
they
whole
do.
theory of a melting pot,
Yes,
realizing
they
if
do.
you're going to succeed as a country today,
Yes.
it's going to, I mean, look at all the countries that have said, we're pretty much going to stick to ourselves here. And we'll do some
Right.
export and import. That's pretty much it. There's no other real reason
Yes,
to come
yes.
here and settle. But look at the
Right.
countries, what they call them, international countries.
Yes,
right?
yes. So we do. We see color. And I just, for our gala this year, I'd like to share, if I could.
Yes.
We are, Leominster, we have 3 teachers who have been highlighted, and they are sponsoring and hosting the Fulbright Teaching Excellence and Achievement Program. So this year, our World Language Department at the high school, they're working with me, and they are bringing the Fulbright scholars.
Oh.
They're the brightest of the bright in education from around the world. And we're going to have a panel during this year's gala.
Wow.
This year's gala is going to be very, very special. And I'm so honored. Leominster High, we rock. I say, we really do. the teachers, I just want to read this. The Fulbright Teaching Excellence and Achievement Program brings international secondary level teachers to the United States for a 6-week program. Teachers take academic seminars for professional development at a host university. They observe classrooms and share their expertise with teachers and students at the host university and at local secondary schools. So this year we have Dr. Julio DiCravello, we have Dr. Leslie LaJoy, and our master teacher, Connie Grammett. They've partnered with the scholars from Algeria, Bangladesh, Burkina Faso. Now, I probably did it no justice, but we're excited to invite these people to this year's gala.
Wow.
They came to our last gala. We were dancing, having a good time during the buffet time, but we want to honor them. We want to hear their voices. We want to allow them to share with this community what it's like to be from another country and to still do things in a spirit of excellence. This year's gala.
That's focus.
Yes.
Right?
Focus.
That's
Focus. And we also, at the gala this year, we have, we've had him before, the Right Reverend Timothy Martin from Fitchburg. He is an orator. He's a pastor, but he's also an orator. And he does the rendition of the I Have a Dream speech.
Yeah, I know who he is. Yeah.
And if you just sit and close your eyes, and this is what our young people, they may not have been there during our time, but if they could sit and just close their eyes, they'll capture the spirit of what Reverend King said.
Right.
It's one thing to read the speech, but to hear it and capture the spirit of it, that's a whole nother thing.
Do students have a hard time understanding what really went on? I mean, it's unthinkable. I remember it, but I'm like, are you serious? Like,
Some of them
did this
do.
really happen?
Yes.
Like explaining World War II to a student. It's like,
Yes.
This really happened?
Did this really happen?
We had prisoners of war, and they were there for months and months, and sometimes this really happened? Like they were trying to, it's hard to, I guess, to tell a story and make it real because because based on how we live today,
absolutely.
we live okay.
And I see that they have a hard time, and even with the N-word. That's a whole nother topic, but they don't see, because they didn't live in that era, they don't see where it's a problem. I'm sensitive to the term because I've lived that era, but they don't see it. And for me, love, bottom line.
Right.
I'm not talking about that fleshy love that make you want to jump in the sack with nobody, but love enough to forgive. I love you enough to tolerate you. I love you enough to correct you when you're wrong. I love you enough to celebrate. I love you enough to go the extra mile. I love you enough to see your color and to appreciate the difference. I love you enough. That's what Martin Luther King strived for. The love. I love you enough. Do I love you enough? Do you love me enough to bear with me, to wait on me, to endure my weaknesses? Do you love me enough to root me on until I make it? Do you love me enough?
Like through algebra.
Yes.
We hung in there and she finally got it. Right?
I hope y'all doing your homework tonight.
Yeah.
But yes, love. And this generation, yes, our history, we do have a dark history, but I choose I don't live back there anymore.
That's what I like about you.
I choose to love you in spite of, and there's nothing you can do about me loving you. I'm going to love you. I'm going to love you.
Yeah, you can be mad at me, you can hate me, you can despise me, you can have a voodoo doll and stick pins in it, but I'm not engaging.
I'm not engaging you, and I'm going to love you.
That's what I like about you.
Yes, and I'm going to endure.
And you've always been that way.
Yes, and just hang in there
when things got tense in the middle of a situation, there are a lot of people in the room, and people are like at each other's throat. All of a sudden, you jump up and say, "Hey, wait a minute, let's get this thing back," right?
Yes, that's it.
But you believe that. It's
I
not
do.
something, it's not rhetoric.
I believe
it's
it.
how you live your life.
And
Stress-free, by the way, right?
Yes.
Living
I
that
sleep
way
well.
eliminates a lot of stress.
it does. And I tell my students, I work hard, I sleep well, and I snore very loud. Get up and do it again.
You're entitled. Well, thank you very much. So
Thank
let us know,
you.
what's the date on the
March 9th
March 9th?
from 6 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
until 8 p.m. Exactly 2 hours. It is a school night.
And that includes the food and everything, right?
Everything. It's a fundraiser. Tickets for adults are $10. For students, $5. And when I say $5 for students, I'm including college students because they're pretty poor, I understand.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Families with children, if you have 4 or more in your family, $15
For the whole family.
For the whole family. And this is dinner. It's live entertainment
I'm hungry.
and
Don't
dinner.
do this to me.
And
been
we
eating
get
all
out
day.
at a reasonable time
Nice.
because I know it's a school night.
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic. I'll be sending
I'll
out
be
more
there.
information.
I will be there.
Oh,
Thank you
wonderful.
very much. We're going to take a
Thank
short
you.
break here to Inside Leominster, 534-1626.
A special guest, ladies and gentlemen, that is from the area, and he's a former hockey player, and I want to introduce Scott Young. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome Scott Young to our LTV studio here on Litchfield Street in Leominster. And Scott, thank you for joining us. It gives me great pleasure to introduce you today. I'm glad that you're here. One of the reasons that I brought you here, I asked to have you here, is because you have recently been chosen as the assistant coach for the U.S. Olympic hockey team, Team USA, that's going to Beijing, China. And that is one of the reasons why you're here. And I thank you for joining us. It's been a pleasure to follow your career through the internet. You got a remarkable career, and I was impressed by everything I looked at. So for me, it's a pleasure for you to be here. And as a hockey player myself, so be it. So thank you again, Scott, for being here. So, Scott, as we start, I want to go back to, let's go back to the beginning. I know that you have been chosen as the assistant coach for Team USA. You're going to Beijing, China. And I'm going to go back to your childhood. You know, you were born in Clinton, Mass. Now you reside in Sterling, Mass. So you're an area hockey. You are it. You are the guy that is a hockey player in the area. So, as I look back at all your accomplishments in hockey, you know, one of the main things is that you've been doing this for a long, long time, and I want to know, you know, when you started the game and how you became who you became. How did that happen?
Well, if we're going to go way back, when I started to play hockey, a former professional hockey player from Hudson, Mass, Tommy Williams.
I know.
And you probably remember that name.
Yes, I do.
My dad was having a beer in Hudson and was talking to Tommy, and Tommy asked, you know, you have a son, how old is he? And he said, oh, he's 5 years old. He said, well, why don't you get him over into the Learn to Skate over in Marlboro? And my dad said, yeah, you know what, that's a good idea. Sure, we'll get him over into Learn to Skate. And it was a week-long camp that was Learn to Skate. And I remember going in there the first day and not being able to stand up, obviously falling down there. Everybody's first time on the ice, you can't stand up. And I remember saying that I wanted to quit. Like, I can't, I'm no good at this. And what happened was my parents said, okay, hey, maybe it's not for you, but like we paid for a week. Just play out the rest of the week. And by the end of the week, I loved it. And, you know, that's how easily it could have not happened.
It could have changed and gone in a different direction. Now, is hockey the only sport you ever played, or you have played different other sports?
I played baseball. Played baseball actually for Leominster. Let me see, Babe Ruth. We went to regionals, played with a lot of the Leominster local players, and then played through high school. And then it just got to be a little bit too much with my hockey schedule.
Right.
But going to St. Mark's, I played baseball through the 4 years at St. Mark's. We were required to play a couple of different sports. So yeah, so it was fun, but hockey was my passion.
So hockey was your number one passion. That's what you wanted.
That was great. I love her. That lady, she's the best. I've seen her in some situations diffuse. She should be a negotiator. She's great. She's awesome. Hopefully, if you didn't catch it all, you can catch it later. Tracy Perkins, the club advisor for the Leominster High School Black Heritage Club. And they do just a great job. Only a couple of minutes left here at Inside Leominster. Let's scoot through some. You got pictures of the week? We'll do those whenever you're ready. All right, let's do some. Hey, there's an aerial shot of downtown in a storm, huh? Isn't that awesome? From the, from the steeple of Leominster. Look how beautiful, huh? You could travel the country, but when you get to a small New England town surrounded by churches, the old town common. I've been to places they don't have a town common. Like, where's downtown or where's the common? We're so fortunate. There you go for the new numbers as of yesterday. 98,000 people were tested, 3,000 tested positive, 69 deaths, one is too many, 370 new cases here in Worcester County. Our 14-day average right now on 14 days is 300. That's down from almost 2,000. If you look at the age groups, and people will say, well, who was actually in the hospital? If you look, it's you know, these are numbers for the state. It really begins to go up from 50 to 59 and then all the way up. Pretty much stays steady between people of 60 and 80 years old. And so you can kind of get a sense of things. It's usually broken down into half. So what they say, rule of thumb is, half the people that are hospitalized are people that come in with symptoms that make it sound like pretty much, you know, these are COVID symptoms. And the other half are people that come in with a backache or, you know, a lower right pain in their belly, and they come in and they do a test on them, because that's one of the things they do, is to give you a COVID test, and they find out there's something else going on, but they also have COVID. So it's like half and half is what they say. It's National Cream Cheese Brownie Day. I never should have read this morning, because that's all I felt like doing, is eating cream cheese brownies. And it's National Umbrella Today, and I thought the sky was blue, but a couple of times during it today, it rained. Where 86% of the city is vaccinated. These are the different clinics that we have available this weekend. 10 to 3:30 at Fallbrook School will be for students. And then on, we had one today, and then on the 15th, we have another vaccine clinic from 1 to 7 over at the public library. You can give our health department a call, and they'll give you all the information. Here's some of the money that, you know, the opera money is the money that the federal government has given us. We tried to be as focused as we possibly can on the best places to spend the money. There's a little idea. We've purchased a new fire engine, police cruisers. We're going to be doing some water line replacements, trucks at the DPW, defibrillators. Your heart goes into arrhythmia. Good way to, an instant way to shock it back is with a defibrillator. Well, we're going to have 50 new ones to put in our schools, municipal buildings, and parks. The Leominster High, we had guests last week from the Leominster Rotary, but leominster-rotary.org to get some get some raffle tickets. I guess they're going to raffle off that chair at Leominster High School, and I have one, and I could just tell you, once you get in it, you won't want to get out. Okay, last week was our Pink in the Rink. You could call Joanne, not Donato, but Joanne DeRusso. Pretty close. And let's see. Oh, I'm sorry. Pink in the Rink is Kathy DeRusso. And that's Saturday, February 12th, 7 to 10. But we need help at Shoreland Farms, and that's where Joanne Donato comes in. You know what? Not only do you help them prune the trees, but they're going to teach you how to prune trees. That's a pretty neat art. 978-870-5555, and Restaurant Week is the 21st to the 26th. Here we go. There we are. Great works at St. Mark's to restore the church. If you've seen the staging up there, they're doing awesome work. Thank you to DPW. They're still cleaning up that ice. We had like 3 and 4 inches, and it all froze up. Still out there. Rocky, speaking of on ice, Rocky's out there right now. He's up at Rockwell Pond. And you know what? Just so you know, if you want to take chances on that, Rocky has been known to fall in the month of February. police station making progress. That building is so big, they're still doing the foundations. Steel is set to come in towards March and April, but nothing to stop them. We've got a little snow, they're on the south side, the sun is strong, spring is around the corner. And yes, they're going to work right through the winter. There we are. Now, one of the things that we were able to do is help out Shoalin Farms with a $50,000 check. They lost a lot of their ability to run the orchard, comes from those funds from those festivals they have. And obviously, it was down, right? The people that attended those events, it was down significantly in attendance. So we wanted to help them out, and $50,000 for Shoalin Farms. Two classics, huh? Look at Joanne Donato. Who's better than her? And AIS comes to City Hall, where they were doing some commercials, and they had just brought in a whole new line of chairs, and they were there today to do a whole photo shoot. So they were there most of the day. It was a pretty big thing. Must have had 30 or 40 people in there today, and exciting. There's the Moonoosuc Brook project on the way. That's going to be beautiful when they're done, right down there next between Brady's and the Fix. And Main Street revitalization, we did the other side where the Fix is and all the south side. This is the north side, looking towards Allen's on your right, the old Fidelity Bank on your right. I'm sorry, Allen's to the left. That's what it's going to look like. Be a beautiful thing. It's really going to change things on the north side. There we go. Perfect timing. We're out of time here at Inside Leominster. Thank you for watching the show. Remember, the world is run by those who show up. There you go. I'm back, and I showed up. Good night.
Inside Leominster is brought to you in part through the generous support of N.P. Crowley Company Incorporated, and by Landmark Self-Storage in Leominster, landmarkselfstorage.com, and by DeCarolis Insurance Agency Incorporated, DeCarolisinsuranceagency.com, and by Enterprise Bank. Enterprise Bank, create success, enterprisebanking.com.
This is LTV.